Welcome everyone to the month of November here in Alma, Missouri. Right now we're just headed to town to get some more propane for our corn dryer. She's just about out and we definitely don't want to let it run dry because we have a lot of corn to keep drying. So let's run to town and get that thing filled back up.
At the crossroads of Highway 20 and Highway W sits a quiet little community where you can walk to the post office to pick up your mail or drink a cup of coffee while waiting for the boys to load up your feed at the local mill. When you're in Missouri, you know you're home. Welcome to Alma.
As you can tell with our money in the top right, we are kind of running low on it. So we buy some propane, that'll be that much lower, but I believe we should have a bunch of soup ready. Currently the price this month is really good, so we're going to go ahead and sell all of the carrot soup that we have produced. I also need to, in this episode, get our fields ready. Ooh, I don't know why that car's stopping, but get them ready for spring by trying to get them all plowed together. I know our main farm there, I want to plow most of the fields together. We actually still have some of the straw to bale from that bean field that we just harvested. So we'll get this carrot soup sold. We got some ketchup we need to sell. We got to do with the straw, and we're just going to go ahead and sell that straw. We don't need to keep it. We have enough straw to get by with for our cattle. But we also need to check our cattle pen and see if there's any of those heifers that are ready to sell. But first, let me run this thing over to the corn dryer and get it filled back up. Well, that should be enough propane in there for now to get the rest of the corn dried. So we'll head back to the farm, swap out the trailers, grab the flatbed to come back and get the soup. Get it sold, try to get some money back in our bank account. As I'm getting this hooked up, I think we need to rent a trailer, not a trailer, but a rock picker. It's kind of a trailer, rock picker all in one, to pick up all the rocks. We did a lot of plowing in our fields, and I need to get the rocks picked up before we put lime on the field, so I think I'll have a guy working in the field as we run and do all these other chores we need to do. But first, let's find a rock picker here. Probably use the same stone picker we used last time. Didn't realize there's a whole bunch of choices now. Must have had an update since last. It looks like they're all the same, just different speeds. I'll go the medium speed one. 43,000, that should be more than enough, and we'll just do everything else basic. So 2,800 bucks. Of course, I don't know where I had that delivered to. Hopefully somewhere close. I don't see it, so I'll have to go find it. Once we get done in town, we're going to actually bring the plow right through here, plow all this together, get rid of this little gravel road. We're going to clean out this little junk pit we have here. Get rid of all that, throw it out. Like I need to probably come in and plow this field. This field's not been plowed yet. I got a couple of our old corn fields. That's where I'm headed back to get started. The guy working in it while we go to town, but I do need to get another guy started with the plow in that field. Which I could just wait till I plow the fields together, plow it all, but like the field we're driving through now doesn't really need it. So I don't want to waste the time on it. But let me get back and get this. I guess it's over here that I need to start. Turns out I haven't got this one plowed yet either. It's the other cornfield I got done. I got a lot of plowing still to do. So I've been 2 workers, I guess, going while we go to town. Turns out it was the pea field that I had plowed up and not the other cornfield. So we're going to run this guy over there and have him start working on the other cornfield. I wonder if we'd get enough stones out of those fields to be able to put in a lime production. I haven't done a lime production for a long time, and if we can get enough stones, we might actually go ahead and invest in one of those and make our own lime this time around, which of course I'm sure we'll still have to buy some as well, but we'll get a little bit of money up here with all of our soup. I want to start doing more root crops so we can make more of the different kinds of soup they have. I'd love to make potato soup. Alright, let's get the soup loaded up. Of course, people just keep walking. I'm not going to wait any longer, just drive through them. See how many pallets we have already. Quite a few here. Of course, this trailer will hold tons of it. Let's see if any more spawn in. Yeah, it looks like a whole nother round spawned in there. Not sure if that's all or not. waiting for all this to load in, and I thought I'd check the price of ketchup, and it looks like we need to load up the ketchup and take it to the diner as well. That's a pretty good amount of money. Right now we're out of tomatoes. We can't produce enough tomatoes in our greenhouse to take care of that, but let's see if I can get the last of these to load in. I'm having trouble. Normally it's Shift R and it will do it. It's not wanting to always work. Sometimes I have to hit the Y on the controller, make it skip over to transport mode, and then go back, and then it'll let me load up. Here, let me go try to get out of behind this building and go sell this. If I'm not stuck. I am stuck. I am definitely stuck. Come on, there we go. There, we got it, I think. Now we're probably in the building. The struggles are real on this episode. There, we're through. I think we just got to run across the railroad tracks. Go right in there. Hopefully I don't get held up on the tracks. I believe it sells right in here, which is not the typical place to sell your soup, but that is where we're taking it. And it's taking it. So perfect. Oh yeah, we're going to get tons of money out of this soup. So I'm glad we turned our carrots into soup, because it's paying a lot of money. Wow, $180,000 in carrot soup. I have never had carrot soup. It does not even sound good. But if it pays that good, I can surely make it. So let me go over and pick up that ketchup. There we are, 20,000 liters of ketchup. It's another thing I don't like the taste of, so I don't use on my cheeseburger. But we'll take it to the diner for those who do like it. Here we are at the diner. Let's see how much we can get out of all this ketchup. Oops, I'll pull up fast enough. Alright, just about done. 114,000 for ketchup as well. Boy, we're making a lot of money on all this. Now we just got to go back and start baling some bales of hay. Since the plow's busy tied up in the cornfield, we better start doing the hay instead. Or not hay, but straw. We'll bale up all that straw we harvested out of that soybean field, and then bring it to town. And oops, that pickup was close. Get it to town, and every load of the straw bales is enough to make a month's worth of loan payment. And right now we have $307,000. I mean, we're doing really good financially. We still have all of our crops still to sell. We have rye that we're going to be selling in January. We got the dried corn that we're still drying, and we got the straw that we're going to be baling. And then that should do it. That should be enough to get us well over the $500,000 mark. Let me get back to the field, grab the baler, and start baling that straw. I am just glad we have the quick baler so we can do this quick like. I don't think can't really rake it together to make it go a little faster, because by the time I got the rake out here, it would take me longer. I'm not sure if since this is soybean straw, if it's going to pay any better. Because as you can tell, it's a darker color of straw bale. Actually, looks like we missed some back here. Some soybeans. Missed some up here too. That's what happens when you combine in the dark. You really can't see what you're doing. But I do have that field over there to try to get the rock picker over and pick up those stones. And this one, you can tell there's a lot of stones too, for when we get it plowed up. We'll have to come into this field as well. But I'll go ahead and I will finish baling all this field up, get it collected, and then start running it to town. Well, that one field got us 6,400 liters. I just don't know if that's really enough to worry about trying to turn into anything else, because that's not going to give us a lot of lime. Might be a lot easier just buying our own lime, saving some money there. Of course, we're spending more money, but you won't have the production. So the production is kind of a waste of money, I think. Let me get another worker set up and have this guy start working in this field. Well, I've been debating on doing a series here in Alma, but on the other farm instead of this big main farm here. There's another farm just down the road that's a lot smaller. I've got one set up. I've been playing on just myself, not streaming it or anything, but I thought about using it and using some like the Grandpa's Farm style equipment, some of the older stuff. Just haven't decided to do it. As you can tell, the distance on this one is not looking that great anymore. The graphics card's kind of getting overloaded on this map. So I thought, well, maybe it's time to work on doing a nuke. series here in Alma. I still love the map. It's still my favorite actual map so far in this game. But that is one thing I've been considering, is starting the new series. If you think that's a good idea, leave that in the comments. Let me know. Do you want to see another series here on Alma to kind of replace this one? Do you want me to keep doing this series, or just leave Alma altogether and do something different? Just let me know in the comments, and I will go ahead and hopefully get this thing turned on and start loading some of these bales. Well, we got one load of 30 here. I'm going to run those to town, sell those off. I think we probably have at least one more full load out of here. I'm not sure if these soybean bales will pay as good as the regular straw bales or not. I'm kind of hoping so, but I kind of hope they pay better. We'll soon find out. Turns out the price is actually the same for both straw bales and these soybean bales. So I ended up putting in a new sell point here, so we're just going to sell at the neighbor's place. Let's keep us from having to go all the way to town. I guess it would help though if I would park beside it and not right on top of it. Get this repositioned here. Try to get the bales to come off just right. I wish this was just a little bit longer. I wish somebody would mod one of these cell stations that would just go a little bit farther. There we go. Got all but 2 of them. That's not too bad. There we go. Sell those. I'll back up just a little bit. Yeah, it's going to be over 40,000. Yep. About 40, just shy of $43,000. That's really good. One thing we need to do before we put all these fields together is get rid of this mess out here. So there, that was a simple fix. We'll keep this, if I can zoom in right, we're going to keep the lake here and the trees, so we'll be able to plow around it. And we've got him still plowing this. Of course, don't look like he's plowing quite right. Looks like he's skipping some. I'm sure he's got it set up. He knows what he's doing. We've been having a lot of trouble with the guy over here, though, not knowing what he's doing. He'll keep driving in the wrong field. Looks like right now he might be getting it down just right. So, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to get a bigger plow to be able to plow these fields together quicker. So let me go shopping. I think we're going to go with this. Unfortunately, yes, it is green. It is a John Deere, but it does have a 16.7 meter. And I think it'll do a good job. I mean, we have the one plow we're using right now, but we're going to use this one instead to do the fields together. And of course, I'm not going to worry about this. You know, we've already taken care of this field. I'm not going to go through here and plow it up. Doesn't look like it needs to be limed or anything either, so that's good. But we're going to go grab one of our bigger tractors and get this thing hooked up and start plowing the fields together. Well, this guy is done for right now. He's up to 8,700 liters of stones. That's not a whole lot, not probably enough to worry about trying to make lime out of it. So we're going to go drop this trailer off and grab that new plow and start working those fields together. I'm sure making this big of a change is going to just wreak havoc on horseplay, but I kind of want one big field. Makes it a little easier. Just set everybody up, do that one job, and be done with it. That is my goal. As soon as I get this thing to lower, kind of a little slower than I thought. Hopefully I've got field creation on, and I do. Perfect. Let's see what we can do to make this look right. I think hopefully it's wide enough to get right through the middle. If not, we'll come back. We can always come back if we had to. I think it'll reach. Yep, it'll reach both sides. So here, let me get rid of this gravel road here and start putting all these pieces together. Well, we're just about got it all plowed up. I am noticing there's a few spots here the plow's not wanting to go through. So hopefully it'll still go ahead and plant fine. Let's see if I can get it from a different angle. Nope, those weeds are going to stay. And I think right up here was the same problem I experienced. Most of the field worked up pretty good and doesn't look too bad. Of course, that guy still got a lot of plowing to do. Really need to get this bigger plow in for him as well. So put this away, and then I think I'm going to advance it to next month because we got a lot of things to sell next month. So let me get this put away, and I'll have him finish up, and then once he's done, I will advance it till next month. Alright, now that it is the month of December, it decides it's time to start snowing. which is okay because all we got to do today is run to town. We're going to rent the train and sell that rye that we've had stored in there all summer. All right, we got the train rented. Should be here in 2.6 kilometers. So we'll see it in just a moment. And there it is. This will be our first time using the train here in Alma. Hopefully I can get that loaded up all in one car real quick, because it'll be going off to Sedalia. Perfect. Stop right in the right spot. We'll get in. We'll fire it back up. Apparently the other driver shut it off. Go up just enough. Make sure we get on the right car here. Open cover. There we go. Should be able to load in right there. Should let me. If that car ever did open. Let's see. There it goes. Open cover. Now I'm getting it open right. Start filling. On our rye. Where are you, rye? There you are. 146,000 liters. Let me fill this up and then we'll take it on down the tracks. Turns out we did not get it all in the one compartment, so we're going to have to move it on to the next one. Just as an open compartment, it maybe would have held even more. I'm not sure. We'll finish filling this up and we'll probably end this episode after this part here. All right, 146,678,000 liters. But that'll do it for this episode here in Alma, Missouri. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to slap that like button. And I will let the train run on down the tracks as we close it out. So until next time, have a blessed day and bye-bye.
A good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is good, and an evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is evil. For of the abundance of the heart his mouth speaketh.